Welcome to PlatformCon. So, today I want to talk about some common myths in the platform engineering space and hopefully spark some new thoughts and discussion around these misconceptions as you progress on your platform engineering journey. This talk is based upon two blog articles that I co wrote with Steve McGhee in 2024. My name is Darren. I'm an EMEA practice solutions lead specializing in the application platform at Google Cloud. And I'd like to talk to you today about platform engineering. So, like the parable of the blind men who each grasp a different part of an elephant and come to wildly different conclusions about what it is, IT organizations and software engineering teams often have conflicting views on platform engineering. So, this is a new approach to software delivery. It's still being explored, and that leads us to diverse perspectives on its definition, purpose, and value. A fragmented approach to software delivery where teams focus solely on their individual pieces often leads to disjointed and inefficient systems. So, platform engineering encourages a holistic perspective similar to seeing the whole elephant, not just its parts. By treating software delivery platform as an engineered product, we can ensure a more cohesive and effective approach. Platform engineering is a journey, and whether you are just getting started or already on the path, you may encounter some of these myths from time to time. So, myth one is about a developer portal and an internal developer platform are the same thing, which of course they're not. This is one that I come across quite a bit and figured appropriate to lead off with. So, let's sort out some of these definitions which you might commonly see. Usually, when I use the IDP term, I mean in the context of platform, not portal. And numerous people now use the analogy of car engine versus the car's dashboard. So, developer platforms are a sum of all the tools and technologies that the platform engineering team uses to um, engineer and build these golden paths. And developer portals are an important yet optional component of such a setup. So, how do these two relate? So the developer platform is the foundation. It's a comprehensive set of tools and services and technologies curated and managed by the platform engineering team. Think of it as an engine room or power plant. It contains the CI/CD pipeline, security guardrails, observability, workflow tooling, deployment automation, and all of the infrastructure that enables golden paths. It's the what, the actual capabilities developers leverage. The developer portal is the user interface, so you can think of this as the control room of the plant or the dashboard in a car. It's the web portal that provides developers with a centralized, user-friendly way to interact with the developer platform. The portal makes the platform's complexity accessible, allowing developers to easily discover, request and utilize the platform's capabilities. It's the how developers access and manage the what. I just want to highlight the first approach is that you build the robust, reliable developer platform before you build the portal. The portal's role is to expose and orchestrate the platform's functionality, not to define it. A typical example of a developer portal is, of course, Backstage, but there are many more out there catering to both build and buy. You could use Git or Score as your interface. So think of it like this. The developer portal UI acts as an interface to the developer platform. Developers primarily engage with this user-friendly layer, abstracting away the intricate machinery working behind the scenes. If we zoom in on the typical services provided by a developer portal, here's a list covering everything from deploying services to FinOps to documentation to different forms of user notification and a lot more. There is no right or wrong developer portal. It's something organic which will evolve over time in your business as you go through more feedback cycles to meet your needs, so you'll add to it. Okay, myth 2, platform engineering is just automation. So we know that automation is a very large part of the platform, which it is not the only part. Automation in isolation provides little benefit and can be an anti-pattern in of itself. You need connective tissue to tie it all together. So providing context to that automation in the form of curated golden paths, documentation, and process guidance is what makes a platform complete. If you're relying on individual pieces of automation that were developed to complete a single repetitive task, you have a bag of scripts. So think of platform engineering as full software delivery lifecycle automation, which is what each golden path should deliver. Okay, so myth 3, platform engineering eliminates the need for infrastructure teams. This is something that can be painfully obvious to platform engineering practitioners that are down in the weeds, but sometimes get lost when proposing the platform engineering methodology to new teams. Infrastructure expertise is very important. These skills are in high demand to build out tailored platforms, but these now exist within the platform team. And somebody needs to manage and optimize the platform. This is not about eliminating infrastructure teams, but instead it's about creating a new way for them to approach and scale their work. The evolution of the infrastructure engineer to a platform engineer is a valuable transition to every company. In the old model, we have an infrastructure engineer doing all these tasks and actually more, but with less automation and less interaction with the developers, sometimes even working in a silo. So on the right-hand side, we have platform engineering team. You can see they, working inside of a product development lifecycle, treating the platform as a product. And the tasks on the left still need the expertise to be accomplished, but rather than approaching them in a way that's siloed and not repeatable, strive to take these tasks and put them into the platform, encompassing all the expertise into the services provided by the platform. So the platform engineers are focusing on managing and creating reliable platforms, gathering feedback via frameworks, and iterating this lifecycle. The end result is that the software developers are focusing more on writing, testing, and deploying code than managing infrastructure. So myth 4 is really about adopting platform engineering today, which will quickly solve all of my biggest problems. There are several things which need to happen to implement platform engineering: a technical implementation, a cultural shift, team organization, and some more. So setting expectations appropriately is important, as well as with long-lasting change. It takes time, hard work, and a willingness to experiment to find the right formula for you to get there. Following this loop is how you'd really drive value out of this approach. You can provide quick wins by scoping things properly and being willing to iterate quickly. You'll not be able to provide anything quickly if you tackle the largest challenges you are facing head on. Build trust by showing value, convert that trust into advocacy, keep iterating through the feedback loop. This is the way that you'll be able to take on the larger problems following a platform engineering approach. The cultural shift is real and it manifests itself in different ways. Platform teams might struggle with shifting roles and responsibilities. Application teams might struggle with new ways of working. In the previous slide, I mentioned building trust. This is critical for this cultural shift to be successful. When developers trust the platform, they advocate for more teams to use it and for more resources to support it. And in turn, the platform team sees the value in their work. So the last myth, myth 5, is you should apply platform engineering practices to every application. Um, so let's go into the final myth. The approach of platform engineers focusing on reducing the mental burden on developers and operations is valuable when teams struggle with complex infrastructure or face constant operational hurdles. But trying to force or mandate this approach where there's little value is an anti pattern and can still lead to stalled platform initiatives. Working on automation where it matters most addresses those pain points from high cognitive load or from the toil perspective. So start with quick wins, focus on smaller services which require less development time. It doesn't matter what your standard application platform is, there will always be things that do not fit neatly into that right hand box. So many companies will have commercial off the shelf software and systems that are tightly coupled and have strict requirements mandated by the vendor. So trying to tackle these and integrate them can be challenging and might not have the reward that you would expect. So prioritize what applications and services have the most value from a business perspective and make sure that your platform backlog is moving in that direction. You want to aim for automating the majority of your applications, but don't let the pursuit of perfection become the enemy of progress. So, with that, I hope you found this talk useful. Enjoy PlatformCon.